Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. It's Carol, and I'm working on some of my miniature paintings. And you do 100 of them within a year. So I thought I would do another one. This is the one I did today, this morning, and I have a little bit of time, so I thought I would come on and do another one in my style of the other one that I have done with the colors and just have some fun this morning. I know there's some time in between other people come on, so I thought, why not? Let's just take a piece of card here, watercolor paper, and hey, Chrissy, and just cut across and make a few. It's not perfect, but it is close enough. So I have been doing the 100 mini paintings in a day. I don't know what I did with my other ones, to be honest with you. I don't know where they got to. Um, and I thought I would do some of my design like this. Hi, Martha. I thought I would do something like this, but in miniature, because this one is quite a different size. So I thought, why not do a smaller version of something like that? So when I start, I usually just do a very light outline. And I thought I would do something similar. Now, in order to get something like what I'm looking at, I'm going to do my kind of a background of what I see with my picture. And I want it to come down like this. I know you can't see that very well because it's in pencil, but you'll see shortly. It really doesn't matter if you do see it because the paint will cover it up anyways, so you can see that. Well, I couldn't see it on my screen, so that's what I thought. Anyway, so I make my background similar to this. What I did was I drew the line up from here down to here, and then I just did my line up so I could get my multiple designs. And now we're just going to add the frog in there, and we'll see how big he's going to be. Let's see. Let's start down here because this little bit is his foot. Hi, Marty. How are you today? So that's his foot, and then he's got his arm and his leg. So his leg comes here and this way. So he's got to be a little smaller. I have to remember not to make him so darn big. And his arm's coming down, and his hand goes there. And I've got puppies dreaming. So if you hear the little whimper in the background, he's Tuzo is sleeping and he's dreaming. Ah, that's great, Chrissy. I actually may do that on the Wednesday. So now we've got his finger coming out. So we've got a little finger there, a little finger there, a little finger there. Oops, that's too far. I need my eraser now. Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. So I want to take that line out anyways because his hand is going to go there. I have to remember to make it small enough to fit this card. So I thought I would pop on quickly because I was in the mood to do this, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just come on and share my little drawing as I'm going. I just have to remember to make them smaller because I'll be using a tinier brush. And let's make him go up. It's his arm. I'm going to make his arm smaller. I remember, he's just a baby. He's just a baby. Yes, he is cute. So this is what he's going to be. It's the smaller version of this one. It will be similar, but it won't be exact. But I thought it would look nice to do a just a tiny one. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these when I'm done with them, but anyway. So you have to be patient because you're getting to see it from beginning to end, from drawing. And this is, I seen this frog and he just looked so cute. And I just thought, an ATC swap? That's true. By the time I'm done, I'll have a lot of them. I'll have 100 of them. So let's just keep going here. That's his little belly. And shoulder, knees, and toes. You know that song. We all grew up with that song. He's going to be a little bit bigger than I expected here, so I'm going to have to start with his head. His eye. His eye goes over here. It's not perfect, but it will look cute. Just have to remember to miniaturize him because I'm looking at his picture and thinking, oh, bigger. No, I don't need him bigger. So how's everybody doing today? What are y'all up to? Let's see here. Bring this over so I can see. I like pulling out the YouTube chat because it's so much easier to see and more up to date than the StreamYards one. So today I was just tinkering and I thought, I think I'll come on and just play a little bit because I know some others are coming on and be on for about, I think I have about an hour before other people start coming on and showing their art and their processes of different things. And I think I need to move his head up. This is what I do before you get to see it all. Like, I'm like, oh my God, he needs to be smaller and higher. All right, Chrissy, no worries. It's just that I have a other things that I need to tend to on the Friday, so I'm going to be a little bit backlogged if I don't do my stitching on the Friday, so I'm going to try and get things done with my stitching because I have some different things. Wednesday's good. Okay, that's good. All right, let's get his little mouth in here and draw it in. that looks a lot better. He was looking a little funny there for a minute. So now I want his eye up here. It's going to look pretty good, even though there's going to be less background. So I thought I would just share my little process of working on my frog. Let's see, his eye is coming out over a little bit because he's peeking. And now, oh, he's still a little lopsided. What the heck? What am I doing wrong? Thanks, Marty, for sharing the links. Oh, well, let's get this guy straight here. Come on, we can do it. Have his eyes just a little bit lower than the other one. Because he's peeking out from behind. So there we go. Now I think I got it. Now I think I got it. All right, that's better. Well, he's looking more like a froggy. Yeah, he's getting there. All righty. I said he's not going to be identical. He'll be similar, but he won't be identical, which is fine. That's close enough, I think. So now we'll make his little eye come out this side, the black area, and I am going to color it in with my pencil because it's going to be black anyways. I want to make sure they're about the same size. And he's getting there. He's getting there. It takes time. Sometimes it's just a matter of trial and error. If you wanted to, you could go back in with pen and adjust and lighten. I don't have my other eraser here, so I'm just making do with what I have. I'm just refining my lines so I don't have like a ton of them. I think he looks pretty good. That's not so bad. I know. The only ones of us who are identical are twins. They aren't really. That's true. They have their own personalities. So this is Canson watercolor paper that I'm using. Oops. Messages. So I had sent a picture to my son to show him my my watercolor that I did. This has to be open because it's going to be just a line around there, and I have too much line going on. So you get to see my whole process of how often I do erase. I do. It's crazy. I'm not perfect by any means. It takes me time. There. I think that's close enough. And I think once I get the paint in there, the paint will look a whole lot better. So first I want to get another sheet of this will work just fine. What I'm going to do is put my lines in for each of my areas around the back. It sounds better. So I will follow the line that I created going up, and then the ones in the back will go either on an angle or straight. It depends on how it goes. So I want to have, and when you're doing this, you want to have something sticking out. Like if his hand is coming over, you want to make sure that that line that you make, the first line, lets his little finger go into the second one, because then that creates more depth when you're doing it. So I'm just going to cover his little finger just a little bit, and then I'm going to draw my line, but I'm going to go around his hand. And if I would get it even, if I had a ruler, I have a ruler, but I don't know what the heck I did with it. And make it go down. Erase your boo-boo. And then draw the next one just a little bit bigger. Now you can even Zentangle in these if you wanted to, and make designs. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going, this is what we look like so far. I hope you can see that. And then on this side, because you want to see what you're doing, because there isn't really anything that's overlapping, so it really doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to start with a bigger one and then work my way with different sizes like that. Hi, Dana. It's nice to see everybody this morning. And now for the background. And I'm going to start lining it up in the middle with the V. And I don't have to put a line here because that's his foot. If I do that, then I'd be cutting his foot in half. So I start up at the top, and then I will just work my way across, doing different sizes. And the same with the other way. Thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate that. So this one, I'm going to leave his elbow and his eye stick out a little bit more on this one and come up. And then do a big one. And then a little one. I think that looks pretty good for a start. It's not perfect, but that's okay. My channel's not about being perfect. It's perfectly imperfect, as we have been noticing. So let's just take this now, and we can work with whatever colors you want, whether you want to use watercolor pencils, whether you want to use your neon 2s, or you want to take and color it with markers. You can do that, because I think some of the markers now you can take and blend them. I think if you watch Dee Dee, she uses the Crayolas, and Crayolas are water soluble, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, knowing that he's going to be a neon color, because I'm going to keep his colors pretty much the same, but everything else I'm going to change up. So I think I'm going to do just randomness. I'm going to start, and I haven't wet these paints that I have because they are, they're still not dry in the middle because I just put them into my palette. And I'm just going to just do little bits. And I'm using a smaller brush. And as I go, I'm just blending some. I do want to keep this all one color along here to make a line. And then we can take and we can use something else on this side and just let it blend. Now the middle is wet, but the edge is not. So that's just, I found out the best way for me to do it. If you want to do something else, you're more than welcome to. If you like wetting the whole thing, I did do a video on that, and it just was not good enough for what I wanted to accomplish. So I figured the wet as you go seems to be a better option for me. And I do just, go back over and go back over and go back over and try to blend. I like to turn my paper so the brush end is more towards the line when I want to work on the middle. This is going to turn to a purple, which is just fine. I don't mind that at all. It just has randomness happening, and randomness is good. Sometimes I like to come back in with just another color in the center. And it really works great when you're using a quinacridone gold and accenting little bits here and there because it blends so well with other colors. And I think I'm going to have to go to a little bit bigger of a brush because this one seems to be giving me marks. So I'm going to just grab the other one and just, that's so much better, blend, because then I have the brush and to help me blend my color evenly. It like kind of soaks up the other color. I think that's looking pretty good. You can see that. So now I want to do an opposite color on the other ones. So I'll do that one and leave that one sit. And now maybe I'll go to some greens because he is going to be a lime green, but you can see where his belly is light, so it's not going to be matter. So I'll do a little greenish color up into here and then a whatever color down into here. And then go around the little fingers. And always do what they call a bookend. If you have a line and it has another opening next to it, you put a little bit there. And since it continues on down here, you're going to put a little bit down here. And that's called bookending. And I said that before, but that's, I'm just kind of refreshing for people. And now I'm thinking I think I want to do a yellow more down here. So I think I'm going to go into the quinacridone gold because I kind of like how that blends with everything. So I'm going to do that right there and go into a little bit of that green and bring it down. I haven't done this in a small size, so we're getting to do this all together. So I'm going to come back in with my green because I want it to blend and get rid of my hard edges. I want it to blend a little bit. And which will bring that color back up into here because it's blending. And it gives it a different color then, as you go. It just, with all the different layers of colors, you're learning your blending and how you oh, that's his finger. It'll change. It'll change. So, yeah, it'll look good once it gets going. His other finger needs to be a little bit longer, which will work it out. So now I think I want to do a blue up here because his eye is an orange. I'm basically rearranging everything. Let's see this blue and pull that up into here. So this is another one of my challenge paintings. So I'm doing 100 mini paintings in a year. I've done quite a bit. I think after all, I will take and do a video and have all of my 100 paintings together in a video, a little slideshow of everything. Let's see. I want to add something more in here. I will probably be going back over this. This is not just a one and done thing. This is just my first layers. It's my first layers. So we're already almost a half hour in. And let's see, what do I want to put over there? I think I want to take this color and put it down here. On the other side. So I'm kind of doing a light, dark if I can. Noticing that there's a definite line in the middle. And I think I want to do Quin Magenta next. A deeper color because his fingers are orange. So I want to add this color close. And I think it blends well with that one. It's pretty a deep color, this quinacridone. I think it's quinacridone red, quinacridone magenta. It is magenta. And I will be not streaming a long time today because I will be making some pork chops in a sous vide. So that'll be a first time for me. So it should be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm blending this up and around the little fingers. And I think I want what am I want to put up there? A yellow ochre? A different color yellow? Yeah, we're going to have and we were watching a show yesterday, my son and I, and he says, I want that for dinner tomorrow. Mom, are you up to trying it? So I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I put it on at noon, and it's supposed to go for 3 hours in the sous vide. So that should be interesting. It should be interesting. But you can see how nice these colors blend together. And you just go back and forth until you get the look you want. Because there's no right or wrong way. You just keep at it. I'm kind of liking the Monday. After Dee Dee's done, I kind of like doing the Monday. I think that's going to work out really nice. I may continue doing the Monday because I don't know of anybody else that's on in between her and Janet. So I think this might work out, keeping a Monday, because if I'm not mistaken, Janet comes on 1:30 Eastern. So if I didn't have dinner to throw on, I would stay on longer. And it's only 11. It's only 11:15 here. So now I want to do a dark green. So what I'm going to do is take, I even move my water over here instead of reaching across all the time. I want to take my dark green. So I think I'm going to use a green and a little bit of Payne's gray mixed in. And I'm going to add that here. I can always come back and do a part 2. They say they're not supposed to take more than an hour when you're painting, but you know, you do what you do. quarter to 1 there, so I only have a half hour, which is all right. Let's see if we can do it, right? Let's see if we can do it. I have moved my paint, and now I'm like, All right, let's turn this around because I want it to kind of blend. Is that glaring for you? I like that rusty look. I might do a couple of paintings. Maybe the next one I do will be like a watering can and do a rusty look. That would be kind of cool. I really like that color. I really like that color. So that was my green and a little bit of Payne's gray. And I'm going to do that color over here as well. That looks pretty good. I like that. It's just that I know somebody else who's coming on, so out of respect for that person, because I follow that person, I will not I will just not stream because they've been streaming forever. But you can do you. You do whatever you want to do, but it's if you're following somebody, it causes headaches. Oh, it's the miniature painting challenge. If that's what you're talking about, you're not supposed to go over an hour in doing it. It's the challenge. I thought you meant an hour in streaming. Well, today I can't stream long because of I gotta cook. Gotta cook. A special request. Oh, you have a headache today, Marty? Yeah, I know that feeling. I get them too. That is looking really nice. I like that. Bring that yellow right up into that color, and it's blending. Oh, Marty, you don't have to stay. That's fine. I understand. You go and relax and get rid of your headache, because believe me, I totally understand. I think I'm going to do blue down here, but a different blue. Blue. Hi, Kim. And then a little bit of green. And blend it in. The blending is very important. Very important. That is the main thing when you're doing this and you want to get your colors in there. You have to blend. This actually, what I did was I have purchased a new palette, and I have taken all of my favorite colors and put them in this palette. So this is a mix of Daniel Smith, Paul Rubin, Schminke, and Winsor and Newton. So it's a variety package. So it is everything. I took whatever I had left in my tubes and the paints I used the most, I put it into this palette. So it's a variety. That's what I was doing yesterday. I was doing that, and then my I came on last night actually. Mary wasn't on. I think you were there. Hey, Mama Juju. I think Mondays are going to be pretty good. So I'm pretty thinking about keeping Mondays after Dee Dee and in between Janet. I think that's a good time. I really like that. Yeah, put a little bit of this darker color down here and blend it. And you always, kind of dry your brush off, have a damp brush when you're blending. So it's getting there. So now next, dog hair and hair and whatnots all over the place here. Strings. So now I think I'm going to go into an orange, a Mayan orange. Do a little bit of orange. Hey, Clint, how are you? Clint does journals. He does lots of ephemera stuff. He just hit 2,000 subbies. He's like moving on up. It's nice to see you. And this is how I get a lot of that blendy look that doesn't even look like a color, because I take and I blend them so much that it gives it that different look. Oops, went into the yellow. Don't want to do that. So now, what color? What color? What color? Purple? Purple. Purple on the end. Come on, your colors. And now I'm going to work my way up the side. I'm not going to make it. I don't think I can get this done in an hour. It bled over, which is fine. Just blend it in when it bleeds over. That's what we do. That's okay, Marty. You go and get some rest. We'll see you around. I'm going to be done soon anyway. But I think next Monday I will take and do the full time between Dee Dee and Janet. So look for me next Monday. I think I will pre-schedule. Thanks, Marty. And I will start coming on Mondays because I will have a little bit more time. So I don't see anybody else on yet, so that's good. So this will be perfect for me Mondays. Hi, Sandy. Sandy, Marty's gonna go lay down. She has a bad headache, so she's gonna go get some rest. So look for me next Monday after Dee Dee. And I think this would work out really well for this time frame for everybody. He's getting there. He's getting there. He's getting there. It looks a little sloppy, but it will, you just have to follow everybody around. It depends on who you follow. That's pretty much the main thing. I couldn't tell you. This top part's going to be a little easier because it's just be one color going across there. And he's a green color, so it's going to show up really nice. So I'm just mixing in and around, on and off, what colors I have. It's a little trickier because this is for those people that are coming in now. This is what I'm doing on a miniature version, but it won't exactly look like that, but it's close. Hey Jill, it's nice to see you. All right, let's see what we want on the other side here. Remembering that he's going to be a green, a bright green. And I think I'm going to do the Aussie gold in the middle as well, just because I need to add some water. All right. Now I have to do a little bit of red, I see, because I was not paying attention when I did the top red up here. It also comes down here in this tiny little spot, and it also comes in here. So I forgot those, but that's looking pretty good. Hi, Lisa. It's nice to see everybody this morning. So now I'm going to go back in and do his coloring. If I remember where I put my other paints for the light green. Oh, there they are. They're underneath. Now, Paul Rubin has a set of paints that are neons. Okay, Chrissy, see ya. And I really like his neon paints. And that's what I'm going to pick from, is some of those. These are my Paul Rubens. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick the lime green for his body. And that is opera green. So now we will paint him. I probably should use a smaller brush because he has smaller spots that I need. So I will go back in and grab some of that. Add a little water. And it goes up around his arm. And I've got a brush stuck in my sleeve. Hi, Hayway, I think that it's called. How are you? Nice to see you here. And for those of you who are new here to my channel, please do consider subscribing and leave a comment and hit that thumb. I'm working my way to 1K as well. So I hope if you like my painting and stuff. And I also do stitching. I do bookbinding. I know you're brand new and shiny. I know. So there's a little bit of green just here. And this is green to a point, and then part of it is blue. And his face is all green. It will look better as we go because, there's always the ugly stage in painting until you get to do your shading and different things like that. So there's always that ugly stage. And now I'm going to go back to my bigger brush because I need to do a bigger area. And I've got string attached. I'm trying to hurry up a smidge. I'm going over my deadline, but that's all right. Half hour either way is not going to make a difference. So now I need some blue. And I'm going to go back to my other blues, and I'm going to use a cobalt blue. Hate you too. There's a little blue on this side of his hand, and it comes down just a smidge there. There's a white spot in the middle. This part is blue. And his leg is blue. Blending in with that green. And then the orange, opera orange. That's what we want, opera orange. Me too, Kathy, me too. Oh, yes. This is his little feeties down in here. And his hands. It's orange. Oh, thanks, Colleen. It's nice to see you. Hey, Colleen, did you see the new book that's out? I got it. It's coming today, and I can't wait. It's coming today. Now, his belly is supposed to be white, but white doesn't really look good because I want to use the little bit of whites that is showing for the brightness. So I'm going to take and I'm going to use a very light colored blue-ish with lots of water, bluish. Too many things on my desk. So bluish. I want a little on the gray side. but with lots of water because I want to make his belly, but I don't want it to be super bright. And the same with his mouth. So I come in with a little bit of gray, and then I won't go all the way to the edge because that shows then the brightness of his belly, and it looks like his belly is in a shadow. No way, Colleen. That's cool. That's cool. I want to blend this blue. I don't want this hard line right here. So I'm kind of blending it at the same time with the green. Almost put that in my tea. So now I want to I want to let that belly dry just a little bit, but I want to come back in up here and lift some paint because I need it to come out. I need a shadow, a highlight, so that it looks like his face is more rounded. It's really hard doing this small, to be honest with you. And then take a tissue. Once you put your um, water on there to lift your paint, you just rub it just a smidge, and then it gives that highlight, and then dab it, and it's brighter. And if it doesn't come out as well as you want, you can just go back and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again until it gets to where you need it to be. Thanks, Kathy. Here's the bigger one. If for those that didn't see it, it's very close. He's very similar. He's not perfect by any means, but I'm going to have to get a smaller brush. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough time. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Now I want to get that green back here, and add it to a tiny bit of that grayish blue that I did. And I'm going to go underneath where my lines are and darken. So this bottom part is just a little bit darker because it's in the shadows. So now I want to have his lip have an outline. So I'm going to take that right along and do the lip. And I don't want this too bright. So I'm going to go back over that painting just a little bit, just enough to give it a wash, but that it also leaves a little bit of the highlight. And that's when you get the look when you rub your back of your brush against the rest of the painting, it blends. And then, back and forth until it looks the way you like it to. But yes, the green is looking pretty good. It's not perfect, but he's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to come back in here, even though it's a little bit of green on my brush yet because I just dabbed it off, because it's a little bit of a shadow underneath there. Now I'm cleaning my brush so I can come back into this edge of this grayish blue and blend it out because I don't want a hard edge. So you just then take it all the way in. You can't see it very well, but it's there. No, I'm doing 100 mini painting challenge. So we're almost there. We're almost there. Now he has these really cool reddish orangey eyes. And I'm going to pick a color, any color, and see if I can make them the same. Ooh. I should have done the yellow first, but that's all right. It's a first step. It's a first step. And it doesn't matter if you go over the black part because I'm going to use a black marker for his eyes anyways. I might be able to make it with my timing. Still needs a little bit more red. A little bit more red around the edge. Around the edge of this guy. They're really fun to do, these little paintings. This is my number 5. I thought I would start doing them online, but I'm going to come on Mondays now, from now on. So please do put that in your schedule. I will be on Monday, and I don't know about Wednesday. We'll see how that goes. But my Wednesday, I'll be doing Mondays and Fridays for sure. Friday after Mary, and Mondays after Dee Dee. What time? I think Dee Dee gets done about 11:30. So every Monday around 11:30, and I will be off before Janet comes on at 1:30. Which an hour and a half is perfect. About an hour and a half I'll be on, which is perfect for me. And it works out. And now you take little bits of that red and just accent his little fingers where the shadows go. And that way it gives it more of a 3D effect. And I think I'm going to outline him this time. I really do. I think I'm going to outline him this time. So there he is so far. And I think my Fridays I come on after Mary, which is about 11 Eastern, which will be 9 a.m. Mountain. I am Mountain Time. So just so everybody's aware, I do have a little bit of time because I don't think Janet's on yet. Oh, Janet is on. So I am going to finish him up later. I thought she came on at 1:30, but she doesn't. She is on now.
Going to the vet.
So I'm going to say thank you, everybody. And now that I know she comes on a little earlier, I will stop a little earlier. So I'm going to finish him up. I will finish him offline. I'll do a part 2 so you can see the rest of it. Oh, that's great. Well, I really appreciate everybody being here. So, Janet Young is on, so please do go and check her out. You'll find lots of amazing art there. And I will see you all again soon. Thank you, everybody, for being here. From my quiet corner to yours, have a great day.